All right, welcome Algebra 1 to the moment you've been waiting for. Today we get to start factoring. Okay, so this is multiplying and factoring is our notes video today. You may remember we've done this before. You can use distributive property to multiply a monomial by a polynomial. We didn't call it that previously, but these should look really familiar to you. So number one, all we're going to do is distribute. So we're going to get 4 times 2x is 8x, 4 times 5 is 20, and that's it. Number two, same idea. Distribute the 3x to both. The 3x times 2x is going to give us 6x squared. Okay, remember there's a 1 on each of those exponents. Okay, and then 3x times 1 is just 3x. All right, go and do the got it problem for me really quick right there. And pause the video while you work on it. All right, so this is what you should have gotten on A. 15n to the fourth minus 5n cubed plus 25n. Okay. Next up, we're going to talk about finding a GCF. Okay. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to look for a GCF for the numbers and the variable. Okay. So the coefficient and the variable can be used to find our GCF. All right. First thing I'm going to notice, these are all multiples of 5. So I'm going to find 5 as part of my GCF at the very least. Okay, and then we can also notice they've all got at least one x. Okay, so I'm also going to pull out an x. All right, when I pull those out, I'm then thinking about, okay, when I divide those, so each of them, what is left over? So for example, if I do 5x cubed divided by 5x, all I'm left with is x squared. All right, and you can check that because 5x times x squared is going to be 5x cubed. Okay, so real simple to check it. All right, next one. Again, we're going to pull out a 5x from 25x squared. 25 divided by 5 is 5. X squared divided by x is x. And then last one for 45x. If we pull out a 5x, all we're going to be left with is the 9. All right, close the parentheses. And that's it for finding your GCF. Okay, so your GCF here is 5x. That's actually probably more work than we needed to do here, since it only asked us to find our GCF. But yeah, if we just pull out the 5x, you're good there. Okay, go ahead and do got it problem B real quick. Pause the video while you work on it. All right, so like I said with that last example, we actually did more work than we needed to. I got a little bit ahead of myself, so I apologize there. But that's all right. This got it problem B, your answer is 3x because you can pull out 3x from each one of those right there. Okay, now you may be thinking about the negatives. Should it be negative 3x? Go ahead and make your GCF positive most of the time. Okay, typically we're going to make it positive. Okay, next up we got factoring out monomials. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start a little bit of factoring. You may have seen a little bit of this in 7th grade. We're not getting too crazy just yet. But this is actually what I ended up doing on example 3 there. I went a little bit too far on that one, but that's okay because we're going to do it a little bit more here on number 4 and 5. So again, I'm looking at my GCF. I notice 4x. This one's going to have a 4x. That one's going to have a 4x. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the 4x, put my parentheses, and look at what's left over. So for the first one, 4x to the 5th divided by 4x gives me x to the 4th. Here we're going to be left with negative 6x squared. And then here we're going to be left with 2. All right, and that's it for factoring out our monomial. Okay, same thing on number 5. Here, we're going to go ahead and factor out a negative because our leading value is negative. Okay, so that's probably a better explanation than what I gave earlier. When your leading value is negative, we want to go ahead and flip it to positive. So I'm going to factor out a negative 6. And then you'll also notice the x's. The lowest exponent on those x's, the least is 2. So I know that I can pull out x squared. All right, now whatever's left over is going to go in the parentheses. So we're going to have an eraser that doesn't work. There we go. Still didn't work. There we go. All right, sorry. Okay, we got negative 6x squared. When we pull that out, we're just going to have x squared for our first thing. For our second term, we're going to be left with positive 6x, because 3 minus 2 gives you 1 for the exponent. And the last one, remember, make sure we flip this sign since it's negative, so that's going to be a negative 2, and then the x squared cancels out completely there, so we don't need to worry about it. And that is it for number 5. Okay, so that is all that you have printed on your notes page, I believe, unless I remade them. I don't think I did, so I apologize for that. However, this is a short notes video, so I don't feel too bad making you write these on the back of your own paper. So go ahead and do these 2 got it problems on the back of your paper. Make sure you write down the problems and then solve them, and then pause the video while you do that, and we'll check them afterwards. All right, so this is what you should get on C and D. As you can see, I've accidentally somehow erased some stuff on the got it problem, but I think I've got that written down correctly on C. Notice that the 40 at the end, the negative 40, doesn't have a variable, so we can't pull a variable out for that one. All we can pull out is the 4, and then that's what it should look like factored. On D, again, I erased one of the signs, so hopefully that's what it was before. I'm pretty sure it is. But you should get negative 7 times 3x to the 4th minus x squared plus 7. Okay, and that is it for your notes video today. And I will see you guys next time. Maybe. Maybe. Can't get it to stop. All right, here we go. See ya.